Not Lost Forever by Carmina Salcido. This book will be out in October, and when they presented the book in the launch and the planning meetings that we have, the story really, truly moved me. And then when I read the materials, it just took me to another level. In April of 1989, her father, Carmina's father, basically went on a killing spree. He suspected his wife of having an affair, and so in the killing spree, he killed not only the wife, he killed the man she thought she was having an affair with, her two sisters, her mother, and attempted to kill his three daughters, Carmina being one of them. She was 3 years old at the time, and they actually found the daughters, all three of the girls, and ironically, or by the grace of God, she was alive. And the only thing that she could say at that particular time was, "My daddy cut me." After she was released from the hospital, her maternal grandfather, I guess because he was so distraught, he felt like he couldn't raise her. So he ended up giving her up for adoption to a family of they were a part of a radical separatist Catholic movement. And she really went through a lot of abuse there as well. She didn't escape that situation until she decided to join a Catholic convent. And then through there, she ended up finding even more drama and abuse. She later ended up going to a boot camp for troubled girls and endured even more. It wasn't until she decided to go out on her own that she was able to really start to become one with herself, and as well as try to begin the healing process. This book truly, truly talks about forgiveness, because they do say that when you don't forgive someone, that you give them that power, and that you can't fully heal, you can't fully move on with your life because you're totally, with them all the time. And when you learn to forgive, you become a better person by it. And so this truly talks about forgiveness. This really, truly talks about survival. If you think that what you're going through in your life is bad, when you see this, it doesn't even compare. And the fact that she's still alive and able to write this, and it's just phenomenal and just outstanding to me. So definitely check this book out in October.
That is also a tough act to follow, but this is Michael Chabon, so I think it's going to be pretty easy. This is called Manhood for Amateurs. Now, earlier this year, Michael's wife, Eilert Waldman, came out with a memoir called Bad Mother. Have any of you guys read it? Well, it was partially a response to the bad press she received when she told the New York Times that she loved her husband better than she loved her children. So now with Manhood for Amateurs, we have Chabon's perspective, the husband's perspective. This is a series of deeply touching essays on what it means to be a man in this day and age. As a devoted son, a passionate husband, and as a father to 4 young children, Chabon traverses his own autobiography, showing us flashes of his childhood, painful adolescence, and his encounters with the pop culture of his youth. This is a fantastic peek into the mind and heart of one of America's best contemporary writers. Kirkus gave it a starred review, and they wrote, "Wry and heartfelt, Chabon's riffs uncover brand new insights in even the most quotidian subjects." And here's the galley. I hope you guys all picked up a copy. It is moving, but it's also really hilarious at points, and his writing, it's transcendental. It's beautiful. I hope you guys all check it out and let us know what you think. All right, next up is Hummingbirds by Joshua Gaylord. This isn't the final cover, but it's pretty awesome. You know you're in love with a book when you go to a party and it's the only thing you could talk about. And this happened to me a couple weeks ago with Hummingbirds. It is a debut novel. We're calling it a cross between Blue Angel and the History Boys, but it is entirely original. It centers around the Carmine Casey School for Girls, which is a prestigious private school on the Upper East Side, where adored teacher Leo Binhammer is suddenly forced to share his territory and the hearts of his girl students with Ted Hughes, a different Ted Hughes, of course. This guy is a teacher, and he knows how embarrassing his name is and kind of exploits it for laughs. Ted and Leo have a history, but I won't give away too much. It's much more enjoyable when the plot unravels before you, and there are some great twists and turns, but it's definitely what I would call accessible literary fiction. The plot is as interesting as the metaphors that he uses to describe it. One of the best and most admirable things about this novel is the way it portrays the goings-on at a private school. It's not campy like Gossip Girl, which I still love. And it doesn't include any poor writing like that book Academy X. It is truly incredible. The writing is fascinating, and Joshua Gaylord is really a fresh voice. So do yourselves a favor and check this one out.